If you want a plan for the future, we can help your dreams come true. A degree that gets you the right job. It's affordable and easy for you. Atlanta Community College. Friendly people that know who you are. Atlanta Community College. A college so close I can take you so far.
Hello, my name is Dr. Martha McLeod. I'm the president of Nantucket Community College. Welcome to our program, Changing Lives. Tonight, I have the honor of introducing one of our adjunct instructors to you, and her name is Nancy Melody. Hi, Nancy.
Oh, nice to be here.
Nancy teaches Zumba. It's one of those classes that you hear about, and we have lots and lots of people very interested in taking. And since you're one of our favorite Zumba instructors, we decided we should introduce you to our audience. So, you graduated from Western Virginia University?
University of West Virginia.
University, I knew I was going to mess that up. The University of West Virginia. And you have training in ultrasound.
Yes.
How did you get into Zumba?
Well, it's an interesting story. I have an older sister who lives on a cruise ship, and she had taken a Zumba class on the ship and loved it. So she called me one day and she said, "You need to go investigate this Zumba. It's so much fun. I know you're going to love it." So I went online and I found a class locally and took the class with several of my friends, and I did absolutely love it. And after taking classes for about a year, I decided that I wanted to teach it. So I went and got certified to teach it, and that was back in March of 2009. And I've been teaching now for 3 years.
How do you get certified to teach Zumba?
There are, any information that anybody needs about Zumba, you can go on to Zumba.com and you can click on Find an Instructor, Find a Class, Instructor Training, and it will list training programs anywhere in the country. You know, obviously most people like to go locally, and you register for the class, and it is a very, very intense day of training. It's about 8 hours of nonstop. And once you finish the class, you are nowhere near prepared to teach yet. It takes a lot of preparation to come up with choreography for 15 or 16 songs for a 1 hour class, and choose your music, become familiar with it, and it's a long process, but it is a simple one-day training program. Anybody can do it. The hard part is what comes after the training.
I would think so. Having had dance training when I was a kid, choreography is something that you don't just put together 1, 2, 3.
No.
So how did you decide what kind of choreography you wanted to have in your Zumba class?
Well, as a member of the ZIN organization, and that stands for Zumba Instructors Network, as an instructor we are provided with every other month we receive a CD of songs as well as a DVD of the choreography. Part of the choreography on the DVD is a one-on-one with an instructor explaining the steps. And the other one is a live class actually performing the routines. And what most instructors do, you have the option of copying the one-on-one routine. You can copy the live performance, or you can pick and choose parts that you like from each, or you can completely make up your own.
So basically, Zumba is dance.
It's exercise disguised as dance. It is dance.
There's the key. It's exercise disguised as
and
dance.
that's what I like about it. I'm not the kind of person who wants to go to the gym and walk on a treadmill or use an elliptical machine. That does not appeal to me at all. But I love to dance, and Zumba is the perfect answer for me in terms of giving me the physical exercise, but by doing something that I really enjoy.
Now we have a clip of a Zumba class, and I'd like them to roll that, and then we'll talk some more about it, because Zumba is something we talk about and assume other people know about. But frankly, I haven't ever seen a Zumba class. I've only heard about them. It's on my list of things.
You should come.
It is. So let's see if they can get that up and running, and you can tell me what I'm looking at.
Okay. Well, you can see in the video here, they're very basic steps. The instructor has the option of facing the class or standing with the back to the class, which the class usually prefers, because then you're not doing mirror image. Each song has 3 or 4 different movements in it that are repeated throughout the song, so anybody can follow it. You do not have to know how to dance. You don't even need a sense of rhythm. It's just fun, it's exhilarating, and it is a tremendous workout. In a typical class, if you're really working hard, you can burn up to 800 to 1,000 calories in that 1 hour of workout.
Did you say 800 to 1,000 calories in an hour?
Yes, I did.
That's a lot of work.
It is, but it's fun.
And I think that's the key. Now, what age group can take Zumba? Looking at that, it looked like young people. And can anyone of any age take a Zumba class?
The easy answer to that is yes. There are different types of Zumba classes. There is something called Zumbatomic, which is for young children, and I think there are several elementary schools in town that offer Zumbatomic classes right after the school day ends at 3 o'clock. And that is geared towards younger people.
And what would you do in a Zumbatomic class?
I personally have never seen one, and I am not certified in Zumbatomic, but it's probably basically, I'm assuming, the same types of steps, getting the kids to pay attention and try and follow the movements of the instructor and burn some calories.
Okay.
Then on the opposite end of the spectrum, there's something called Zumba Gold, which is offered at the Senior Center here in Enfield, and that is designed for senior citizens. It's a little less vigorous, we'll say, lower pace, and but the seniors that are taking the classes love it, and it's mostly because of the music. The music is what draws people in. And then there's Zumba Fitness, which is what I teach. There's also something called Aqua Zumba, which is a relatively new type of Zumba, which is performed in a swimming pool.
Oh, that sounds like fun. I'm a water rat. Anytime you say water, I'm for it.
And I also have a lot of friends who say, I can't come to your Zumba class because I have bad knees or I have a bad back. Well, the Aqua Zumba is the perfect solution to that because you have the support of the water, and it's much less wear and tear on the joints. And again, you can use the same types of music, the same songs that you use in a regular Zumba class. And in my regular Zumba Fitness class, I would say the age ranges from, I've had students as young as 12 up to late 60s. And they all are able to keep up.
And they all keep up with the class.
Yes, they do.
And the basic idea is you all move together to music, and that is what really starts the calories burning.
That's correct.
So how long have you done this? You said 2009 you were
It's
certified?
just over 3 years.
And if I were to ask you, how are you going to grow in Zumba? What kind of things will you add? Or how do you make the class interesting so that it's not the same thing every time?
Well, that's part of it, in that's why you get new DVDs from the Zinn organization a couple times, well, 6 times a year, so that you always have something that the class is familiar with, because the more familiar they are with the routine, the less they have to think, and the more comfortable they are with the movements, and the more fun they have. But then you don't want them to get bored. So I'd say about every 4 or 5 weeks you introduce 1 or 2 new songs and take a couple of the songs that they might be tired of out of the equation. And so there's always something fresh and there's always something familiar. And then I often will ask the students at the beginning of the class, does anybody have any requests? So we'll bring back oldies that we haven't done in a while, and I'll often ask if anybody has a particular song that they've heard that they would like me to choreograph. And I have used quite a few songs that were suggested by the students.
Did you have dance training as a child?
No, I did not.
Well, you're a psychology major, so you must know that there are certain things that draw people to exercise. And what kind of things do you think people should, why would I want to join the class?
Well, probably the best example that I can give, excuse me, is a lot of times my classes are at 7 o'clock in the evening. Most of the people that come are working or they're stay-at-home moms, and they walk into the class at 7 o'clock and they may have had a very, very difficult day at work, or maybe a bad day with their boss, or just a very hectic day with their children, and they come to the class because they want to, not because they feel like they have to. And a lot of times at the beginning of the class they are dragging, they seem down and worried about what's coming the next day at work or whatever, but by the time they leave the class, they have a smile on their face and a completely different attitude about things. And I see that every time I have a class.
And that's a great reason to go somewhere. Imagine going into a classroom, having had all of the hectic days that we always do, all of the responsibilities, and to literally become so involved that what you are conscious of is your own breathing, your own movement, your own feeling of togetherness with everyone dancing with you, and go out smiling.
That's what it's about. I mean, people are there not because they feel like they have to go out and get some exercise. They're there because they want to be. And occasionally a class gets canceled for whatever reason, and they actually get angry with me. Like, why? You know, we need our Zumba. We have to have our Zumba fix. They love it. It's the camaraderie of the interaction of everybody, and nobody's there judging anybody else on how well they do the dances. They're just there to have fun and burn some calories and relieve stress, and it just works on so many levels.
So, if anyone in the audience wanted to sign up for this class, how would they do it?
You would just call Asnuntuck Community College and tell them that you're interested in the Zumba class, and they can give you the particulars on the information about when and where and how much, and go from there. It's very easy.
And I know we try to offer classes that draw people into the college and give them things that they wouldn't do otherwise. So, we have a few minutes left, a couple of minutes to talk to the audience, and if you're sitting in someone's living room today, what would you tell them about why, what you learned and why they should join you?
I would just simply say it's a form of exercise that has so many health benefits. It increases bone density, it increases muscle tone, strengthens your heart muscles, improves your posture. Just so many different psychological and physical health benefits. But more than anything else, it's fun. People love it. They come and they smile and they dance and they have fun. And I always encourage people, try it once. And if you try it once, you will come back.
You may actually get me to go.
I hope so.
It sounds like such a delightful way to spend an evening.
It is.
And what evenings do you teach Zumba at Asnuntuck?
I teach on Monday evenings at 7.
And of course, if we had more people that wanted you another night, you'd be willing to do that too.
We can talk.
Oh, you bet. So I'm hopeful that the audience will think about coming to Zumba, that they will want to have fun. You burn 1,000 calories in an hour, and join with a group of people who will go out smiling.
I hope
That
so.
is a wonderful thing to have at the end of the day, to come home and smile. This has been Asnuntuck Community College, changing lives.
We can help your dreams come true. A degree that gets you the right job. It's affordable and easy for you. Asnuntuck Community College. Friendly people that know who you are. Asnuntuck Community College. A college so close I can take you so far. So close it can take you so far. It's not a community.